Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've got a video after a really long time, and this one is about my elective that I did in St Vincent this year. I was lucky enough to be able to travel there and be one of the first cohort after COVID to be able to do an overseas placement, and I chose to do mine in the Caribbean for 4 weeks, which was amazing, as you can imagine. So this video is a little bit of the scenery, a little bit of the things that I saw out there. It's not really like people like me in it, but I will say that if you find my voice particularly annoying, feel free just to mute the video and just enjoy the sights. For the duration of my trip, I stayed in Arnos, which is a great location for commuting into Kingstown, which is the capital, and that's where my placement was, at Milton Cato Hospital. It's a great location really, because it just meant that I had this view right around the corner, and we were lucky enough to go and see this whenever we really wanted to. St Vincent is actually the largest of the Grenadine islands. Bequia is relatively close by and is really easy to get to via ferry, which was what we chose to do on 2 occasions and stay over. It's an absolute gorgeous island to go and visit really, but as you can tell, it's a lot more touristy than the main island. For anyone that's a fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie franchise, see if you can recognise any of this. It's part of the first movie because they chose to do some of the opening scenes in St. Vincent. Young Island is one of the private islands. We were quite lucky enough to be able to go as part of a large group and just go and chill there for a little bit, which was quite nice. We'd been told by all of the locals to go on the Tobago Cays boat tour, which takes you past quite a few of the islands, and a lot of the locals were saying that the waters, once you get to Tobago Cays, are amazing, and they definitely didn't disappoint. Once we got to Tobago Cays, we were able to go snorkeling. I've never been snorkeling before, so for me it was amazing anyway, even more so that we got to go and see turtles. You can kind of see them bobbing there a little bit there, and I even saw a stingray as well, which kind of came out of nowhere really. I think the waters surrounding Meru were definitely up there as one of my favourites. I could just stay there, it was a little bit surreal. We also really wanted to go and do a hike up the volcano. It's an active volcano that had erupted in the previous year. This just meant that the hike up near the top was particularly difficult because it was really ashy and really difficult to place footing. I definitely fell down a few times and yeah, I got hurt, but I'm okay. As we got closer towards the top, you can see that the vegetation is completely different because a lot of the trees were destroyed by the ash, so you can just see kind of like the tops really here that are just taken away. Oh, and look, we're at the top now. Yeah, the wind was super strong, so I mean it's kind of shaking my camera lens a bit on my phone. Obviously not the best, but at least you get to see it. We decided to do a nature trail one day, and it was great because our guide Fraser knew so much about the local area and all of the plants and the trees and just everything really. He was the one that took us up the volcano as well. So if you're ever about, I recommend his tours. Little plug right there. I'm a really big foodie, so one thing that I had to try was breadfruit. It's a local, I don't even know if it's a fruit or a vegetable, but it's a starchy substitute to bread, and I think it's a fruit, it's in the name. I had it with saltfish here. That's the end. I tried to not talk too much. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.